You know, like when you like
you mean
close it,
poke?
you pause it. No, when you
You
like,
push it.
you know how you, you know, you like you open and close the door. You open
Yeah.
and pause it.
No, you don't pause a door when you
You
close
pause.
it. You close it.
Think about it like this, okay? When you open the door, you're unpausing it because it's going forward. But when you close the door, it stays still, frozen in time, in the same
That's a reference.
place. Closed, paused in time.
Pause.
Pause. You see what I mean? You get the logic?
You could believe that if you want.
So you're saying you don't believe my logic? Is that what you're saying to me, Jacob?
What?
when
I I kinda like zoned out after you said that. Like halfway through what you were
you close
explaining.
the door and somebody asks
Yeah.
you, did they, like, they ask you, did you pause that door? Like, you know, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah,
Sure.
but are you sniffing when I'm stepping in?
Shut
It's a bad
up.
phrase. But did you just pause that door is a completely normal phrase.
It is. You know when you like have to pause a movie and you pause that door open?
No, no, I don't actually.
You know what I'm talking about, right?
No,
It's happened before. Like you're in
no,
a movie theater and they ask you to pause the door.
no. Do you mean hold?
No, I mean like when there's a woman coming out with a baby and she's pregnant and
Pause.
you gotta like open it for her, but you gotta like pause it open so that she can come in through the doors because you want to be respectful. You know what I'm talking about, right? When you pause the door open for a lady. You know what I'm saying, right?
You okay?
No. Okay, let me think. Let me think. All right. So an escalator, you know escalators, right?
Yeah, they escalate.
You know how they escalate and go up?
Yeah.
What I call you when you go up the escalator, you close it. Just like how you open, just like how you open. You close an escalator. Just like how you pause the door, you close the escalator. You know what I'm saying? No, my bad, my bad. I don't mean close. I mean, you know how like you pause. You know how you, you know how like you pause a tour. Right, Jacob? Alright, you're paying attention, you're paying attention. You know how you
I
pause a
don't.
door? You know how you
I
pause a door,
don't.
yes or no? You know how you
I don't
pause a
know
door?
anymore. I don't think I know anymore.
You have to know, like when you... Okay, okay. I'm just gonna assume you know when you pause a door. You know how you, like, play an escalator, like when it's broken down and you have to start it? You have to start it back up? And it won't start without you hitting the lever or the button or the thingamajiggy, so you have to, like, play it so that it starts after, like, you pause the escalator because it's broken down. Like, out of all.
Well, that's different
I
because
get
you're
it.
physically stopping the escalator from moving.
That's true. But yeah, you have to play the escalator. You get that. At least you get that one. You get that one. You get that one. I don't understand.
I guess so.
I'm just like shocked you don't get like you pause the door. Like what doesn't click in your head when you say pause the door?
The fact that you're pausing a door.
You, when you pause a door, you have to like be respectful to people around you.
Oh my god.
Like, you really gonna let a pregnant woman open, like, pause the door, open by herself? Or are you gonna pause the door for her and make sure that baby gets through safe? That baby would have died if you didn't pause the door open. That baby would have been dead. And you paused that door open. You're the pauser. You're the remote. You
I,
get what I'm saying? You get what I'm
I think I don't think anyone could be
saying?
smelling what you're stepping in right now.
You, dude, do you trust me how far you can throw me putting a little mustard on it?
If I put a little mustard on how far I could throw you, I
You can
don't
throw
know,
me
man.
pretty far.
I feel like it would go into the negatives.
But you can throw me pretty far. Like if you put a little
Yeah, in
mustard
the
on it,
negatives.
which means you can trust me that a door when you hold it open, you pause it open. For that, you know, like, oh, I got a good one. So you know when like there's a person in a wheelchair, like me, like you open it for that person in a wheelchair because they can't open it because they can't walk. Like that's just being respectful, and pausing it open for them. If you don't pause open that door for them, you're gonna look like an asshole. Like you're gonna like, oh, why didn't he pause it open for that crippled boy in a wheelchair? Like that's just messed up when you don't pause the door open for people like that. Like you can't tell me you've never paused the door open for like a disabled person.
I actually can't because the people aren't real.
Like
I'm the only one.
Like you know when like there's a disabled person parking spot, right?
Yeah, the handicap.
Like that's like saying you don't like. I'm trying to think of a good word for it.
Pause.
No, that's when you pause the door. You're not getting it.
Oh my god. Park?
No.
I mean, I don't know, man. If you think about it, when you park that car into the handicap spot, you're kind of just like pausing it in that spot. You know, like when you pause a car.
No,
That's what the P stands for.
oh my god, you're right. I've never thought about this before.
What have I
Oh
caused?
my god. I thought it was always whenever you park, you play it back like when you rewind a movie. I thought that's what it was called. I guess you're right when it's paused. Because the P stands for the pause. And you put the car in pause. You shift gears to pause.
The pause. You skipped it.
The pause.
Oh my
key.
god. Oh,
You know,
that's
like-
what. Oh, yeah, because whenever you put it in that position, whenever you do that, the car goes pause. Is that
yeah,
what?
and then it's just pause and then it stops. Like the driver instructor literally
and then
tells
it
you that.
pauses.
Yeah, like when you're in driving school and you gotta like take that test for your permit, they ask you what sound does a car make when it stops, and you say it makes the pause sound on the paper, and you gotta write that down. And then when you're taking your exam to get your license, the driver instructor is gonna ask you to pause so that he can get a good look at you, and he could tell if you're
And
going to
then-
be a good driver now.
And then the
And
car
you
says
go,
pause.
and then he's gonna ask you to parallel pause in a spot. You know when you parallel pause.
Oh my god.
You know when you parallel pause, and it's like one of the hardest things. Like
Yeah, and
when you
then
drive.
it's just pause, but
You
it
go
like
between
echoes
two
throughout
cars,
both
yeah.
of your ears.
Yeah. And then like the other two
Because
cars,
they're
the one in front
parallel.
of you and the one behind you say pause along with it, because like you gotta recognize a pause recognizes a pause. You know what I'm saying? You step in when I'm stepping in, you step in when I'm stepping in, Jacob. You know what I'm saying? Like, have you?
Oh my god, not again.
Alright. Have you ever had to like run into a store real quick and you gotta like parallel pause?
You gotta pause into the store.
Like yeah, and have you ever heard of those three cars say
Don't say
pause,
yeah.
and then it like echoes throughout the entire neighborhood? Like, have you ever been asleep and you've heard three cars say pause at the same time, and you wake up because you think someone's like in your room, and you realize it's the car saying pause because they're paused in the street? You know what?
I'm gonna bash my head into this
you, know
desk.
what you know what I'm saying? That's like, you know.
Please. You can't just keep saying you know every
Yo.
sentence.
When
Oh
the
my
dinosaurs
god.
went extinct, I'm pretty sure that was like they fast forwarded, right? They hit fast forward on the remote because we
They hit it a
evolved,
little bit too hard.
and
That's why the meteor hit them.
exactly, the meteor slammed into them. It paused time, and then it fast forward like you're watching a movie. And so,
They paused it and then they all escaped while it was paused.
exactly,
And then and then they played it.
and then they fast forward it, and that's where we come in. We're fast
That's where
forwarded.
we come-
Yeah, we are the fast forward like evolution. There's like Homo sapiens. We're Pazo sapiens.
We're,
We're
I think I don't know about that one.
Pazo sapiens.
Porsche or something?
conversations.
Pause.
You know what I'm saying though.
What would it be like to have pause?
Oh my god. I think it would be like Adam Sandler's movie Click, where he could pause at any time in the universe.
That's not what I meant. I
Like,
meant the other one.
Like, do you think that Adam
No.
Sandler knows what we're talking
No.
about? I would have called him right now on my phone. Hey, Adam Sandler. You know when you pause a car and you pause open that door and you pause that escalator?
Shut up.
I think he would know what we're talking about. Because in Click, he has the remote.
He still has the remote.
Exactly. He's like the one person that I think I would know who knows about this kind of stuff. Like, you know? Like, he lives the pause.
You did not just say he lives to pause.
Like, he lives the pause.
The pause.
You know, you think when God created us, do you think that since time, oh my god, time was paused before God created us. It was, the universe was paused, and then boom, the Big Bang. He played our universe. God's first action was to unpause. And ever since then, we've been pausing. In his honor. Jesus Christ, he paused on Jesus Christ, he paused on the cross.
For our sins.
He paused on the
And
cross.
then he hit fast forward to go
And then-
3 days into the future while he was still alive.
Exactly, and then he came down from heavens after being paused. He unpaused and came down from heavens, resurrected himself, and
He gave the holy pause to the apostles.
Oh my god, we are geniuses. The Lord, the pause Lord.
We figured it out.
God, we're geniuses.
We're 5 billion IQ geniuses. Supermind. Supermind.
You know what I realized? When Jesus said his final words on the cross, God, why have you forsaken me? I'm pretty sure he said Father. Do you think it was because God unpaused him and then paused him again, and he was enjoying that freedom of being unpaused, just to be paused again, just to be unpaused later, like a pause pawn? You know what I'm saying? Like,
I don't understand a word you
like-
just said to me.
like, when you're at church and you're eating his body and blood, like, don't you just have to like pause there after and kneel, paused, because you're paying your respects to Jesus for sacrificing himself, for pausing himself for so long? Think about it, like, would you,
Jesus Christ
would you,
unplugs
like-
your PS5 right now.
would you really want to be paused in that much, for that much time on a cross and that much pain? I don't think anyone would want to be paused for that much time. Jesus had to pause for us for that long. Like, I don't think anyone will go through that. Would you pause that long? Would you pause for the sake of the world, for the sake of sin? Would you pause on a cross with nails in your body?
Mateo, what the fuck are you talking about?
I'm slipping. This is the one time ever I will ever hear you curse. Have I really driven you to insanity?
I don't.
Oh my god. Oh my god, what have I done? What? I think I have to pause this conversation here and stop for good. I don't think you can handle more. I don't think you're a true Paul scholar. I don't think you can handle Paul, but it's okay. Not a lot of people can handle it. Alright, I think I'm gonna pause this conversation on a good note, and I think I'm gonna get off now. And you know, I'm gonna pause and get a little slumber.
What happened to my clip?
I'm gonna pause time.
Can you clip like this entire conversation?
No, I already did.